Hello, Bookish Buddies. Today we are meeting Paulette Brooks. Good morning, Paulette.
Good morning, Sandy.
Well, tell me where you are from and what destination that you'd recommend to us.
Absolutely. I am originally from Canada. I was born in Toronto. We've had a wandering life in that through a job transfer, we ended up in Wisconsin for 30 years, and now I live in Indiana in my retirement. So I've been here almost 7 years. And when we got here, I actually found some walking trails, found this park that led to a park sign and led to an idea for a historical fiction book. So anybody that comes to visit me here in Indiana will be taken to a beautiful nature preserve called McGregor Park in in the neighborhood. But where I'd really like to take you is down to the southern part of the state in West Baden, which is just this little town. And there's another little town next to it called French Lick. And there are two huge historic hotels. But West Baden is such an amazing building with this huge lobby area, and it's a circular building, so all the hotel rooms are all around this atrium area with this huge domed roof, and there's such history. And I ended up going there for a writer's retreat with a new author friend. It was an amazing adventure.
It's so funny because we knew we're both from Indiana, but you are more central and I'm up north. But I'm writing my fourth book is historical fiction set at West Baden. And so today, as we're setting up, we're both saying, oh my gosh, we have that connection and we will definitely have to get together. Maybe I'll go on that trail with you and you can walk my Divine Vintage Walk and we'll go to West Baden. Anybody wants to come to Indiana? You have connections. So
Absolutely.
now, you've also got a really intriguing story, something interesting and unusual that you want to share with our friends here.
Well, in Wisconsin, at the age of 50, I finally knew what I wanted to be when I grew up, and that was a librarian. So I actually had a job outside of Milwaukee. And I love connecting with authors. I think it's really important. And as a new author as well, I love connecting with my readers. But I had an unusual connection with a an author. She primarily was a children's book um, writer. I Wish You More is one of uh, a delightful book for to read with your little ones. But she wrote a memoir called Textbook Amy Krauss Rosenthal, and she had um, prompts at the end of each section, which were just essays about her life and her thoughts. And um, I was so intrigued that she wanted, and she set up a whole website where she posted reader responses, that I decided I was going to do every single prompt. And one of them happened to be she was interested in getting a matching tattoo with a reader so that writer and reader could be bonded by ink.
That's
And
commitment.
I submitted my idea, and she contacted me and she said, I love your idea. And it was the word more. And for her, at the time, she had cancer, serious cancer, and she was looking for more time with her family. And we just, we were on the same page as far as the idea of the word more. Uh, what happened? I got my tattoo and I told my book club and I told family members, but I didn't really publicize that I'd gotten a tattoo. And in then that was September. The next year, in around February, she wrote her final essay, and it was published by New York Times in the Modern Love column, and it went viral. And she talked about the title of her piece was "You May Want to Marry My Husband," because she was dying. And it was an emotional piece, and it was so beautiful that it went viral. But she mentioned me that she had gotten a tattoo with a librarian outside of Milwaukee. So that just kind of it was amazing to be just to be referenced. And I cherish that tattoo. And really, for me, the word more is to be more of who God designed me to be. And that the other thing is, I published my first book just days before I turned 70. So it's the word more is about potential as well.
Lovely. That's a lovely story, and the bonding, and what you brought to her life, and she brought to yours. And I'm pretty sure I read that essay. So wow. Thank you for sharing that. And again, what a commitment. But as far as books, a librarian, what would you recommend to our readers as a great book to read?
Oh, well, I have to plug my book, which is called Not Just a Homemaker, The Extraordinary Life of Sheila McGregor. And this book is a historical fiction. It's set in central Indiana in Hamilton County. There is a nature preserve, McGregor Park, which I referenced before, but it's a dual timeline, and it has shall I say, feisty librarian who finds a story on a park sign and questions whether the timeline is correct, and finds out the woman's obituary, Sheila McGregor. After 90 years, the obituary said she was born, she was married to an Indiana guy. She was originally from Scotland. She died, Memorial McGregor Park. She was a homemaker. And the librarian just said, that can't be the summary of a woman's life who lives 90 years and visited three continents. And so she sets out to tell the
Ah,
story.
dug in. Oh, wow. Well, that sounds so fun, wrapping your own personal experience around your book. So excellent. Well, this has been great to connect. We have this Hoosier connection going on here
Absolutely.
at Bookish Road Trip. So thank you for joining me today, Paulette. And we are members actually of Women's Fiction Writers Association's
Absolutely.
Historical Fiction Affinity Group. That is a
Yes.
great group of historical fiction writers, published and unpublished. And we are we love getting together with those groups and meeting folks like this. So thank you again, and Bookish Road Trip. Until next time, so long.
Thank you, Sandy.